I'm going to show you all how to replace this cooling fan for your Can-Am Outlander. So obviously you want to make sure that this is oriented the right way. So the bottom, yeah, that looks like that. Alright, so I'm going to orient it the right way, obviously. You're going to have 4 bolts. These bolts hold the fan to your radiator, like so. Should be a 10mm socket. You obviously don't want to crank down on it and crack the plastic, so. I already checked the fan itself, and to do that all I did was put a positive and negative wires to the plug here from a car battery, and it worked perfectly fine. So made sure I did that before I started all this. All right, next you want to add these 2 rubber grommets bushings that go down here. Those are for these pegs on the bottom of the fan. Alright, so now you got it in here, I just went through the side. It's a little bit easier. You want to make sure that those pegs are in the rubber grommets that I talked about. It's very important, because if not, then the whole fan and radiator assembly is going to be bouncing around and get damaged. So make sure that you put those grommets in there, those bushings. And oh, I'm getting something. So obviously you want to make sure you plug it in. I almost didn't. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you can do it now, you can do it later. Get your top radiator hose on. Nice and secure. Get your bottom one on. Okay. Right, both radiator hoses are on. This was probably the hardest thing throughout this whole job to do, because these bolts have nuts on them and you have to go up, under, and behind it to get them on. And if you don't have tiny fingers or long fingers, it's really hard to do. So. Now that both of those are on, this is kind of the fun part. This is where you have to reach around and get a wrench back there. They're both 10mm, obviously. And then crank it down. Again, just make it snug, don't make it too tight so you don't crack the plastic on the fan assembly. And do the same to the other side. Now, that's pretty much it. Wrap that around. And you're gonna put fender clips back in. I'm just replacing these because I already broke the other one.
So that wire's routed back through all the clips. So pretty simple job. This 2 bolts are kind of a little annoying, but it's pretty much it. So now.
Right now I'm going to put all the plastics back on. So I'm going to do this one first. If you put your brush guard on first, you're not going to be able to get this in or out. So first step is pretty much taking your brush guard off. Well, taking that off, whatever. And then you're gonna take this off, make sure it's clipped in good where it's supposed to be. On all sides and front. Just run your bolts through with the nut. Like so. Everything else is parachute. Oh, you'll see what was. Very now, I managed to hear from AF milk. Silver. How you start how you from here. Here it is, your reason if he lost slow fine. Here's see what everything else was there. I guess I'll put was again. Let's get south back. I think I know what he's saying. Als 30 mm English. Cylinder self, the ship. Let's now if you prefer with me. Here I brought. I'm afraid well. He is out video and his off yet up so they will I reach my force and I feed special. Nej för den där bilen. Så det hör för det. Right, might be this initial. Stem harder, but we see now it's Henry. Pretty late guy, and we can never down here. Yeah, no, the golf beer skin, we see what was. Initial to her in the stem mark that her skip. Was dramatic and an iron snipe. Even except Mr. Gator and an A4. And it's on. No mirrors. I was processing the market for when there's gaps. First, easy. Yeah, so it's not certain. Like that. What is it? Ours is a 30 years old. No, obviously. No, so her leader passed her speak. Girl, you're staring at the wall, girl. Staring at me now, what do you think of that? No, I'm the biggest bed now. I haven't heard not what we think. And then last time, that's all, see it. So, we just watch horse like that. And get sitter off you deal with our sit. Yeah, that's really nice, man. You missing nothing on. This house with car, what do you see? I used to get my guns, seconds and eight. That big. Yes, that's 30 millimeters. Thought, but hurry up, never recognize here. Out here, you're up enough to access it. And ours is floating. There's no stuff. No, where they work here as seeing the option. I have stuck in it. Alright. Policy and I don't know how he's trying to get home. Bring his gender surf. I don't want that. They don't even kind of surf, not our surf, dude. Surf, we'll see, no. No, perhaps he's hot. He lot of money. Plus the layer with wolf, you has all fucking shit. So layer had business. Here you see there's this in our full see there she gives it. And where's what? How we know and all these and lazier. I didn't want Schnurry moment. He ripped these. These steps in there. Very house and then so home and waste big girl. Right now, crazy. Now we're up in it. I'm up and I just help with us, not eat more weird house. I'll just walk to the granddaddy. Please, no. Snarf it, wills the dessert, sharp mark. Carrot sharp, roll mark, acne. But a little. Seize it. Starting to read out. Soil listed only genus. Yeah, that's the nitty gritty. Schauschnitt. Halt. Aber mit Hans, ich habe mir mal nicht gestimmt. Sen. Jag har hållit. Sen är det blivit med beställningar till den för några år slått lite. Ja. Jag ska dra här. Han gör sen med det snabbt. Oj, nej. Nej, let's open up this. The front brush guards are just a little different. It's kind of hard to get in there to those bolts, so both sides are going to go on the outside of the plastic. Bolts down in the bottom, right above your winch. And you just tighten the bottom bolts down there, and you're good to go. That's it. I mean, it's really not that hard of a job. Like, if the bolts would have lined up and everything, it would have took me maybe 10 minutes to do the whole thing. And that's, like, taking it out and putting it back in is nothing really. Yeah, thanks for watching.